Hi, welcome to DBHandmades. My name is Danielle and today we're going to make a Christmas tree beanie. We have a Christmas tree that we've been leaving up all year round and we don't have a tree skirt for it. We just put a red towel underneath and went, we're done. That kind of sparked I would like to crochet a tree skirt, but I also want to crochet something that doesn't take me as long. So I thought a beanie would be really cute. And this part is going to represent the tree skirt, and then of course this part is going to represent the tree, and then these white baubles, they represent little ornaments. So let's go ahead and get started. Here are the materials you will need to make your very own Christmas tree beanie. You're going to need thicker 4 or thinner 5-weight yarn in the colors white, red, and green. You're going to need a 6mm or J crochet hook, an embroidery or tapestry needle, and some scissors. Now let's go ahead and get started. So grab your red yarn and we are going to make a long chain. Now this number of chains is going to be different for everyone. Everyone has a different circumference of their head. So I would say chain about 50 and then see how it fits around your head. So make a long chain and then wrap it around your head. If it fits nice and loosely without having to stretch, then go ahead and move on to the next step. And also make sure that your tension while doing your chains is nice and loose. I am going to work along the back bumps of my work, and I'm just gonna do a single crochet into the back bump, and make sure to do single crochets all the way across. I am going to take out my last single crochet because then we're going to add the white yarn. Put the white yarn on the hook and put it through the red loops. Make sure there are no twists, it's all straight. Put a knit stitch, which is where instead of putting your hook underneath these 2 loops like a single crochet, I'm going to put it a little bit lower than that. Gonna do a knit stitch. So it's like doing the same motion as a single crochet, except for it's just slightly lower than a single crochet. So keep doing that all the way around. We're gonna do our last knit stitch. Make sure everything is nice and tight. Instead of yarning over and pulling through with the white yarn, we're gonna grab our red yarn. So we're going to do another color change, and then we're going to keep going by doing the same thing here. We're going to keep going with the knit stitch, going just below those 2 loops, making the little V's. And I really like the look of this pattern. And keep going, alternating red and white yarn. And I made it about 2 inches thick, so think of it as your ear warmer before you start your beanie. Okay, so this is what my band looks like so far. I really like the design. Let's see how it fits. So it's a little snug, but that's honestly okay. I have a little bit of a small head and I have a tendency to have things just fly off my head. I really like the width of my headband. Now we're gonna go ahead and start the tree portion of our beanie. I'm gonna go ahead and undo the last knit stitch. I'm gonna have my 2 red loops on my hook, slide on my green slip knot and pull it through the red loops. I'm going to do single crochets all the way around, just for 1 row. The next round, we're going to do chain 1, yarn over, and we're going to do a DC3 tog, or crocheting 3 double crochets together. So in other words, we're going to yarn over, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through your stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull up another loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now you have 4 loops remaining. So you will yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Then you will chain 2 and do a DC3 tog again. And chain 2. Repeat this all the way around until you get to the very end. So I only have 2 stitches left, so what I'm going to do is just do a DC2 tog, or crocheting 2 double crochets together. The next row will be, again, we're going to do chain 2, and this time we're going to split our 3 double crochets where we put the first one in this gap here. We yarn over, and then I'm going to put my second double crochet in the stitch, which is on top of the cluster here. Yarn over, pull through, and then I'm going to put the last double crochet in our next space here, and then pull through, chain 2. Going to go ahead and put our first double crochet in the same space, put the second one in the stitch above our second cluster, and then our third double crochet is in this next chain space, and then chain 2. So do that all the way around until the very end. Now I'm at the end of my round, and I know that in the previous round I did a DC2 tog. I'm actually going to do a DC3 tog. So I'm going to do just like I did before. Pull through. And now the next part is when we start putting in our ornaments. Now I know that I just finished my last DC3 tog, but what I'm going to do is kind of undo the last part of it. Just pull it apart slowly and put the 4 loops back on my hook, because now I'm going to take my white yarn from the inside of my work and pull it through the 4 loops, and go ahead and make sure you pull that green yarn nice and tight, and chain 2, and we can begin the next round. So we're going to go ahead and do the first popcorn stitch. We're going to do 4 half double crochets, and normally a popcorn stitch is double crochets, but I'm going to do half double crochets. So after we complete the 4th half double crochet, I'm going to pull up this loop a little bit, take your hook, go in your first, put your original loop on your hook and pull it through. Chain 2. We're going to do popcorn stitches all along these chain 2 spaces. So again, we're going to do 4 half double crochets, insert my hook, put on my loop, and pull through the first stitch, and chain 2. Make sure you do this all the way around. So now we're on the last popcorn stitch of the round, and normally I would be doing a yarn over and pulling through with my white yarn, but we're going to do a color change yet again. We're going to go back to the green yarn. So I'm going to bring up my green yarn, yarn over, and pull through all 4 white loops. I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to proceed to repeat the 2 rows before where I do a DC3 tog. and then chain 2. We're going to repeat the last 3 rounds a total of times, and then I will see you in a bit. Feel free to cut your red yarn. I'm not going to use it for the rest of the beanie, but hey, maybe you want to use your red yarn and have red ornaments instead of white ornaments and maybe alternate. I think that'd be really cute. I am about to run out of white yarn, so maybe that's what I'm gonna do. But in my original design, I went ahead and cut the red yarn because I didn't use it. You don't need to keep holding on to it if you'd like. Go ahead and make sure to try on your beanie and make sure that it fits you properly. We'll move on to the next step. I'm just gonna do chain 1. We're gonna start doing our decreases. So we're gonna do a DC3 tog, just like before. Instead of doing a chain 2, we're just gonna do chain 1 and then do the next DC3 tog. Make sure to do this all the way around. So I just did my last DC3 tog and chain 1, and now for this last round, it's going to be our last decreasing round, and we're just going to do DC3 tog just like before. And instead of chaining 1, we're just going to go in again and do another DC3 tog, and we're going to do that all the way around until the last stitch right here, and then we're going to do a slip stitch into the first stitch here. I just did my last DC3 tog, and now I'm going to go ahead and just do a simple slip stitch into the first stitch. I'm going to go ahead and cut off a long tail for sewing, about 12 inches long. I'm also going to cut a short tail about 6 to 8 inches long for the white. And I'm going to tuck it into my beanie. Go ahead and grab your embroidery or tapestry needle. In order to close up the top of your beanie, go ahead and sew every other stitch. So we're going to sew inward, outward, and you don't need to pull tightly until the very end. So inward, outward, and just keep going all the way around. Okay, and then now you pull nice and tight, and now I'm going to tuck this into the inside of the beanie. Just turn this inside out. And now we're going to go ahead and weave our ends. And then we're going to tie off our ends and then cut them. I guess I should have tried it on first before I finalized everything, but we'll give it a go and hope for the best. Alright, so since I already tied off all of my loose ends before trying this thing on for the final time, let's do it now and hope for the best, shall we? Oh, with fats. Oh, that's so cute. It's kind of like floppy in the back too, a little bit. I always like a floppy beanie. That's really cute. I really like that a lot. Let's put the glasses on. Oh, okay. All right, now we can see properly. Yeah, I really like it. It's so cute. I forgot that putting beanies on completely covers up the fact that I just got bangs, and it defeated the purpose of getting bangs at the moment, but oh well. Whatever. We'll deal with it. Thank you guys for joining me today as we made our very own Christmas tree beanies. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button, and if you loved my yarny shenanigans while making this beanie, go ahead and hit subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. And until next time, stay safe, happy, and healthy, and have a wonderful day, and happy holidays. Bye!